Warren Andrews with BBN Sports, here with Andrea Laycock, who's president of Chilliwack FC. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, Warren. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Not like we have a whole lot else going on right now, is there?
No, there isn't a lot of things going on. We're planning for something. We don't know what we're planning for, though. Yeah.
And how many years for you heading up Chilliwack FC?
I've been involved with the club for over 30 years.
Woo! Now,
Yeah.
what got you involved in it, and how did you kind of work your way up the ladder?
I started out as a coach for my cousin's team. He was a year too young to play, and my aunt said, "But we have a coach," and they said, "Well, sign him up then." And that's how I started with that. And I'm a believer if you're going to complain about something, you should try and help fix the problem, not be a part of it. And I ended up on the executive, and the rest is kind of history.
Now, what drew you to the position? Are you one of those people in your everyday life that always kind of gets thrust into the leadership role because of who you are?
A little bit, yeah. But as in any organization, there's always people that are looking for. It's not a role everybody wants, and it's an important job. You have to have somebody has to do it, right? So I put my hand up.
Are there nights where you have gone to bed and kind of put your hands in your head and said, "Why did I sign up for this?"
Yes. Oh, yes, for sure. There has been nights, especially these days with all the uncertainty around the virus and everything. And yeah, for sure, there's lots of those nights.
Now, you're a longtime Chilliwackian, aren't you?
I sure am. Yeah, born and raised.
So what is it about this area that makes people love sport? Doesn't matter if it's hockey, football, soccer, you name it. It's a real sportsy city, isn't it?
It is, and I think its location is part of it. Like we literally can ski in the morning and golf in the afternoon, or vice versa. The climate allows us to be outdoors as much as we want. So I think that's part of it for sure. It's just beautiful. There's so much to do around here.
Absolutely. And you've been involved in the beautiful game, as you mentioned, for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What is it, do you think, that draws especially kids into the game and then keeps people playing well into their 70s or 80s even with senior ball?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with affordability. You can, as cheap as $100 or less, you can get your kid outfitted and put them on the field and have them get some exercise. Whereas hockey, it's a great sport, but there's an extensive cost for the equipment for the kids to play, and it's annual. The kids will go through a pair of skates a year. A stick is $100 or more, so it's expensive. So soccer is affordable. Now it is getting to a point where there's different levels where it is becoming like the hockeys of the world, but it's still an affordable sport for families.
Do you see much of an impact with the Whitecaps in the last decade or so, and kids watching that sport either live or on TV and seeing there's a path to becoming a pro maybe if they get good at this?
I think so. I think it's more they pay more attention to the internationals still. The Whitecaps, of course, as we know, have struggled the last couple of years. So, and unfortunately, we're sitting waiting to watch them come back onto the field as well with the virus. I think if they get a marquee player, we'll see the kids paying more attention to what they're doing. They haven't done that yet. So, but yeah, I think there is. They do see a pathway. It's just a harder pathway to get to the Whitecaps, because they seem to be fairly international focused as opposed to grassroots.
What are some of the highlights for the association over the past few years? Maybe teams or players that have really shone a spotlight on Chilliwack in terms of soccer?
Well, the easy answer there is Jordan Heidema. She's going to be the next Christine Sinclair. She's a very special player that came through our system, and then she moved out of town to play. And of course, she wears our club badge everywhere she goes. God bless her for always saying she started out with us. And as for the club itself, we've hosted provincials out here, and I think we had 4 or 5 teams win that year. We have a consistent executive. I think we're pretty solid. We're just a solid organization from top to bottom. And we try to do what's right for the kids.
Sorry, do you think Exhibition Stadium, just that beautiful backdrop behind it, plays a role in people coming out wanting to play there?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you hear that comment all the time from people from Vancouver, and that when they get out there and it's a beautiful day like today, and you see the mountains and the game's on, and yeah, there's no better setting to play a game than at an exhibition stadium. Anybody, and
You
that's one of the
mentioned,
reasons why the Whitecaps used to come out here and play exhibition
oh,
games.
really?
Yeah, we used to host the Whitecaps and Seattle Sounders annually before
We
they
got to
went to
get that going
MLS.
again. We got to get that going again.
Yeah, we would be great to do that for sure. If the Whitecaps were interested in doing that, for sure, we'd be down for that.
Mark DeSantos, Mark Panis, if you're listening, we need you back out here in the Valley.
And I'll take back my international comment then.
We'll hold it for blackmail till then.
We'll hold it for black, yeah.
Now, the tough question, of course, you talked about people playing on the field. Unfortunately, nobody's playing on the field right now.
Mm-hmm.
And how tough was that for you to have to make that decision? Or was that taken out of your hands with the government and just saying, hey, no one can play?
We followed along with what the provincial health authority has been saying. We've all been every day at 3:00 watch Dr. Bonnie and her updates. We're hoping for the CSA and BCSA to give us a solid direction. I think we will eventually see that, but we as a club, we can't have our members who need that money back. Right now, a lot of people aren't working, so we can't be holding on to their money for something that we're fairly certain we're not going to be doing. But to the club, there is a financial hit still that people don't realize, because we were ready to go. We had uniforms ordered, they're printed, everything just needs to be put together. So we just roll that into next year. But yeah, it was not an easy decision to do, but it was the right one.
If you get this question right, I'm going to phone you for lottery numbers. So
Okay.
do you see soccer being played in the fall in the Valley?
Yes. Yes, I do. I see a variation of the game. This is one of the best. The virus has probably been the best and the worst thing that's ever happened to the world. It's giving people a lot of opportunity to put pause and having to start thinking outside of the box and what you traditionally do. So I do think there will be some form of soccer in the Valley. But will it look like your traditional, like where we just finished off with our seasons? Maybe not.
Well, Andrea, we really appreciate your time. Be safe and enjoy the sunshine if you can.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter.
That's right. Happy Easter to you, too. That's Andrea Laycock of Chilliwack FC here with me. I'm Ward Andrews on BBN Sports.